Ryan Shea. We're going to do best and worst case scenarios, but first, some general info numbers on Ryan Shea, who had an absolute breakout season last year at 29 years old for the Pittsburgh Penguins. It was his third year in the league, and let me take you through his year-by-year 5-on-5 minutes in the NHL. First year, 31 games, 351 5-on-5 minutes. Next year, 39 games, 579 5-on-5 minutes. Third season, 80 games, 1,272 5-on-5 minutes. His expected goals for percentage was 51.2. That was up from 48.1 the year before. Signals a step forward. His actual goals for percentage was 58.3%, up from 38% the year before. So Ryan Shea, by every measure, took a massive, massive step forward. And what's interesting is that he was very, very productive when it comes to putting up points at 5-on-5. This is the ranking of most 5-on-5 points by a defenseman last year in the NHL. Werenski 1, Bouchard 2. Hudson, Dahlin, Makar round out the top 5. Chychrun, Sam Malinsky, Quinn Hughes, Noah Dobson, and Brent Burns round out the top 10. Morrissey's 11, John Carlson 12, Matthias Ekholm 13, Ryan Shea 14, Erik Karlsson 15. Ryan Shea had the 14th most 5-on-5 points by a defenseman in the NHL last season. He is also one of the better penalty killing defensemen in the NHL. When you look across the board at PK metrics, he was very, very good. So when it comes to outlining what the best case scenario is for Ryan Shea, I think it's pretty simple. He finds a way to be one of, if not their best penalty killing defensemen. Him and Murphy will probably tag team that. And I think the best case scenario, as much as this maybe, like I'm talking about for him personally, the best case scenario, he either steals Ekholm's spot or he steals Jake Wallman's spot.
I would think so. I think, too, when you look... So the first season he kind of played games with Pittsburgh was 2 years ago when he played 39 games. Most common partner, Ryan Graves. Last season was Chris Letang. So I think you got to play him with someone who can actually move the puck a little bit, and like maybe that can be something the others can look to strengthen with. So it'll be interesting because like Emerson and Murphy aren't exactly puck-moving guys, but they're fine. I think that's one thing Emerson needs to keep getting better at, because the year before he was quite good at generating a bit of offense from the back, and that really fell off last season. So, yeah, I think Shea, if he wants to kind of continue what he's doing, they need to get him a really good puck-moving partner, and I hope just one of those guys can be that. Or just like someone who can do it consistently enough, I guess.
I think there's a world where he ends up playing a lot with Evan Bouchard.
I think that should be Wallman. But
I think Ryan Shea might be better suited for it, though. I think he's maybe a little bit calmer, maybe a little bit less mistake-prone and frantic than a guy like Jake Wallman.
Maybe.
So I think Shea might be a better partner for a guy like Evan Bouchard, and I think the two of them could really work well together. I just envision, like, maybe it's even a duo that they go to, like, hey, we're down a goal. Like, start throwing them out there together and pick up the pace. But it is worth saying, as I talk about how great he was producing at 5, Matthias Ekholm outproduced him at 5-on-5 last year at age 35 or 34. Like, that's also impressive. Matthias Ekholm is aging way better than I thought he would. And I really hope 12 months from now I'm still saying that. But I'll say the best case scenario for Ryan Shea, elite penalty killer, 30-plus 5-on-5 points, and spends... by the end of the year is like a bona fide top 4 guy. Because that would mean the Oilers got an insane value contract in free agency. If what he did last year is who he truly is, this would be the signing of the summer in the NHL.
yeah, it has the potential to be, because the value is just so good. I think one thing that's good too from looking who he played with last season, a lot of the top guys he played with, so Letang, Tommy Novak, and Mantha were kind of the top 3 players he were with. When they went away from him,
They got worse.
their goals for percentage was dropped. So with Letang, it was with Shea, it was 62.1. Once Letang left Shea, it was 48. Tommy Novak, 55. Left Shea, 46.
Wow.
Mantha, 57 with... 57... Shea without Mantha was 57. Mantha without Shea was 53. So it's interesting.
All right. Yeah, I think we're pretty... Someone said that, him taking Wallman's spot is not best case. I mean, if it means just simply that Ryan Shea's really damn good and the defenseman he was last year, then yeah, it is good. and you put Wallman on the third pair and you give him sheltered minutes, and $7 million isn't great, but if he's a great third pairing defenseman for you, then Wallman and Shea combined for 11.5 on that side of your blue line with Ekholm. Like, if that side of your blue line, I don't really care. Here's a good way to put it. I don't really care how the three of them get slotted. If Ryan Shea, Matthias Ekholm, and Jake Wallman, in whatever order, combine to give you a great left side of your blue line, and you're paying them $15 million between the three of them, an average of $5 million each, Jake Wallman, if he's playing 14 minutes a night, like, I don't care, because the value you're getting from Shea and Ekholm means it's balancing out.
I think we're all just a bit too down on Jake Wallman.
Probably.
To be honest, like, he missed a bunch of time with injuries. When he came to Edmonton, he was quite an exciting player. I think, again, in that Ducks series, like, no one played particularly well, but I thought he was perfectly fine. I think he's on his day a better player than Ryan Shea.
Probably.
So,
when he at their peaks, probably.
Yeah. So I'd be looking to get him up the lineup more than I would be Shea, but I think they all just have to earn it at the end of the day.
It's going to be a long season where guys are moving around a lot. Sean is in and says, I like that you have a bunch of options to mix and match, can build 3 really good defensive pairs. I agree 100%. The bad for Ryan Shea is honestly pretty simple here. Mm-hmm. If last year was an outlier, you maybe just paid $4 million for a replacement level defenseman. I don't think that's going to happen. I think last year was such a solid step that it should be repeatable. He's not a guy like a Darren Radish who only kind of saw his name pushed to prominence because he was playing on a great power play unit. Like, Ryan Shea did his producing at 5-on-5. I like believing that that is repeatable. Ryan Shea was a very good penalty killer who you can now pair with a Connor Murphy and potentially have a great duo on the penalty kill. Like, at $4 million, as long as he's an above average third pairing defenseman, the contract is going to be totally fine. Like, I don't think this is going to go poorly, but the detractors could say you gave term and $4 million to a guy who's played essentially one full NHL season. And that can scare you a bit, because if that one full season was an outlier, you're going to be sitting there going, whoops, we have a replacement level D-man making $4 million for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be at
Keon Coleman's going on about how Ekholm's a bad defender. I mean, man, at the end of the day, he's just getting older. He was bad in that playoff final, the Stanley Cup final, they call it, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, his hit, like, he shouldn't have played. We're all very aware of that. Did he regress last season? Numbers would show, yeah, he did regress defensively. But I also, too, if you want to label it as, like, what did you say? You're not a real Oilers fan. Oh, that's not a real Oilers fan talking. If you want to just blame last season on Ekholm and you've got your head in the sand and you just want to bully one player, I think is fair to say, because I think you could look through probably more than 50% of the players and be like, oh, their defensive numbers are bad. Yeah, they were terrible. Also, the whole team was sucked.
Here, I'll let you in on something with Matthias Ekholm. From age 35 to 36, he took a step back. Sure, he's going to take another one. And every year, it's going to be a step back. As long as it's a little step back, that is the goal here, is small steps back, not falls off cliff.
And also, too, his offense improved. Mm-hmm. So his goals for percentage went from 51% last 24-25 to 55%, close to 56. So I think at the end of the day, I've said this on this show, I've said it on the radio, I don't really care how the season starts. I think it'll be actually more impressive if Wallman and Shea can force the conversation to be more top 4 guys than Ekholm is.
Yeah.
And also the Oilers are paying Ekholm to eventually be a bottom pairing defenseman for them.
I mean, the fact that Ekholm and Shea are just going to be combined to making $8 million for 3 seasons is pretty good work, I think.
I agree.
Okay. What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Everyday, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered, from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.